I stood at the kitchen counter, waiting for the kettle to boil, when Ava walked in wearing her bright red uniform. "You're up early again," she said, brushing a quick kiss on my cheek. "I wanted to see you before your flight," I replied. "You know I don't like letting you leave without saying goodbye." She laughed softly. "You're too sweet sometimes, Ethan." "Sometimes?" I teased. She smiled but kept checking her phone, turning the screen away each time I glanced. I tried ignoring it, telling myself she was stressed from work. "Long flight today?" I asked. "Yeah, long," she muttered. I nodded, pretending I didn't notice her hesitation. "Text me when you land?" "Of course," she said, but her eyes didn't meet mine. Later Ryan stopped by. "You look tired," he said, dropping onto my couch. "I'm fine," I replied. "Work?" "A little." "Ava's schedule mostly." He chuckled. "Man, you worry too much." "She means a lot to me," I said. "I know," he whispered almost too quietly. That night, I sat alone scrolling through old messages. Her selfies from hotel rooms, voice notes saying she missed me. She didn't send those anymore. When I texted her, "Safe flight?" she replied hours later with only, "Landed." No heart, no warmth. I called. "Hey, how was the flight?" "Tiring," she said. Background noise filled her side. "I'll talk later, okay?" "Okay. Love you." "Yeah, good night." I stared at my phone long after the call ended. The next morning, she came home later than usual. "Why are you late?" I asked gently. "Crew meeting went long," she answered quickly. "Ryan visited again." "You two okay?" he asked. "We're fine," I said, though my voice cracked. "You sure?" "Yeah. Just tired." He smiled oddly. "You always give too much, Ethan." "What's that supposed to mean?" I asked. "Nothing. Just take care of yourself." Ava walked into the living room. "Hey, Ryan." "Hey," he replied, his eyes lingering on her for a second too long. I forced a smile. "Want breakfast?" "I already ate at the airport," she said. "She loves airport food more than yours," Ryan joked. Ava rolled her eyes. "Don't start." Something felt strange between them. Nothing big, just a shift in their tone, a hidden spark I didn't want to see. I shook it off. That evening, as I set dinner on the table, Ava said, "I'm too tired to eat. I'm going to bed." "I made your favorite," I whispered. "Not tonight." When she left, Ryan texted me, "Everything okay?" I typed, "Yeah," then deleted it, replacing it with, "She's just tired." He replied with a single thumbs up emoji. I sighed, sitting alone at the table. "We're fine," I told myself. But deep down, something inside me began to crack. The next few days felt heavier. Ava rushed through conversations, always saying she needed sleep or had sudden errands. Even her hugs felt shorter, colder. One evening I tried again. "Ava, are you okay? You've been distant." "I'm just overwhelmed," she said. "Please don't make it a problem." "I'm not," I said softly. "I just miss you." She sighed. "Ethan, don't start." "I'm not starting anything. I just want us to talk." "There's nothing to talk about," she insisted. But there was. I felt it. Later that night, I sat alone on the balcony, staring at the quiet street. "Maybe I'm imagining things," I whispered to myself. Ryan's earlier words echoed in my head. "You worry too much." I tried believing them. I tried believing her. But the truth was already moving toward me, like a shadow I couldn't outrun. I noticed it the moment she walked in. The perfume was different, sharp, new, nothing like the soft vanilla she always wore. "You changed your perfume?" I asked. Ava froze for a second. "Crew gift," she said quickly. "Do you like it?" "It's different," I replied. She nodded and walked past me, already checking her phone. The screen flashed, but she covered it with her hand. "Long flight?" I asked. "Extra meetings," she said. "Lots of new crew rules." "You didn't mention that earlier." "I forgot," she snapped. I backed off. "Okay." The next day at work, Daniel glanced at me during lunch. "You look stressed." "I'm fine," I said. "You sure? You're barely eating." I forced a smile. "Long week." "Talk if you need to," he said gently. "I will," I lied. That evening, Ava came home late again. "Crew dinner," she said, dropping her bag. Ryan wasn't around either. He hadn't come over all week. "You and Ryan haven't hung out," I said casually. "He's busy," she replied too fast. "I didn't ask him," I murmured. She shot me a sharp look. "Why are you sounding like this?" "Like what?" "Insecure." "I just asked where my best friend is," I said quietly. She sighed dramatically. Ethan, stop reading into everything. I'm not, I whispered. Then act normal, she barked before walking away. I sat on the couch, staring at the wall. Maybe it is me, I told myself. Maybe I was overthinking things. Maybe stress was getting to both of us. She came back later, calmer. Sorry? Long day. It's okay, I said automatically. It really is crew stuff, she added. I believe you, I replied, even though something in her voice felt hollow. The next morning she left early. Ryan texted me an hour later, can't make it today. Sorry man. When can we meet? I replied. He left the message on scene. Daniel walked by my desk during work. Still stressed. I exhaled shakily. A little. Talk to Ava, he advised. I try. And? She says I'm insecure. He frowned. You? Seriously? I shrugged. Maybe she's right. You don't sound insecure, he said. You sound hurt. I didn't answer. That night I cooked Ava's favorite pasta. She walked in late again. Another meeting? I asked softly. Yeah. You could have told me, I added. Do I have to report every minute of my day? She snapped. I held up my hands. No. I just wanted to have dinner with you. She sighed. I'm tired. You didn't eat? I ate with the crew. I stared at the meal I spent an hour preparing. Right. She sat on the couch, scrolling. I sat beside her. Can I see your day pictures? I asked lightly. You always take airport photos. She clutched her phone. Not today. Why? Because I said no, Ethan. I nodded. Okay. Her phone buzzed then, one loud notification. She turned the screen away instantly. Who's that? I asked gently. Crew chat, she said. Can I see? No, she snapped. God, what is wrong with you? I felt my throat tighten. I'm just asking. Well, stop. You're becoming insecure and controlling. I'm not trying to control you. Then trust me. I do, I said softly. Too much, maybe. She glared. Then prove it and stop questioning me. I'm sorry, I whispered, even though I didn't know what I was apologizing for. She stood up. I'm taking a shower. When she left, I sat alone again, the silence echoing my doubts. Ryan didn't text that night. Ava didn't talk after her shower. I lay in bed beside her, staring at the ceiling. Everything's fine, I told myself. But inside, something was breaking, quietly, painfully, and deeper than before. The night felt strange from the start. Ava hugged me before leaving. I'll be back tomorrow afternoon, she said, slinging her bag over her shoulder. Long flight? I asked. Overnight, she replied. Don't wait up. I never sleep when you're in the air, I whispered. She forced a smile. Just try tonight. An hour after she left, I settled on the couch. I was watching TV when my phone rang. The caller ID said Mia, Ava's co-worker. Hey Mia, I answered. Ethan, sorry to bother you, she said, her voice rushed. Is Ava with you? My stomach tightened. What? No. She left an hour ago. She said she was heading for the overnight flight. Silence. Mia? I asked. She didn't show up, Mia whispered. My heart dropped. What do you mean she didn't show up? She wasn't at briefing. She's not answering calls. We thought maybe she was with you. No, I said, my voice trembling. She told me she was flying. Mia muttered, that's strange. I hope she's okay. Sorry if I worried you. It's fine, I said, though nothing was fine. I hung up, my hands shaking so hard I almost dropped the phone. Ava, where are you? I whispered. Instinctively, I dialed Ryan. No answer. I called again. Still nothing. Pick up, I muttered. Please. Voicemail. Something inside me cracked. A cold realization crawled up my spine, something I didn't want to believe. I grabbed my keys and walked to the car. As I drove, every sound felt louder, my breath, my heartbeat, the engine. I called Ava. No answer. Call me back, I said in a shaky voice message. I kept driving with no direction, just following a sinking feeling in my chest. I checked every route she usually took, every diner she liked, every street we used to walk. Then, I saw it. Her car. Parked outside a hotel. I slammed the brakes. My breath caught. My fingers dug into the steering wheel. No, I whispered. No, please. I stepped out, numbness spreading through me. The hotel entrance glowed with warm lights that suddenly felt mocking. Inside, the lobby was quiet. Soft music played. I walked to the corner, heart pounding painfully. I didn't know what I expected to find. Maybe a mistake, maybe something innocent. But then, I saw them, Eva and Ryan, standing close, talking in low voices. She touched his arm. He leaned in. They both laughed quietly like couples do. A sound left my chest, half breath, half pain. I stepped back quickly before they could notice me. My vision blurred. No. Ryan? I whispered. My best friend. My brother in everything except blood. The one person I trusted more than myself. I backed away. Each step felt like dragging chains. I didn't confront them. I didn't scream. I didn't call her name. I just walked out. The cold air hit me like a slap. I leaned against my car trying to breathe, but my breaths came out in broken pieces. Why? I whispered, voice cracking. Why them? Why together? I sat inside the car for 10 minutes, staring at the steering wheel, unable to start the engine. I didn't cry. I couldn't. The pain was too deep, too sharp. When I finally drove home, the world looked different. Empty, quiet, cruel. I walked into the dark house. I didn't turn on the lights. I sat on the floor beside the couch, my hands gripping my hair. My phone buzzed with a message from Ava. Landed. Going to sleep. Love you. I stared at it, my chest tightening so hard I thought it would collapse. I whispered to the empty room, to the darkness, to myself. Why my best friend? I kept hearing my own heartbeat that morning, loud and uneven like it was trying to escape my chest. I sat at the kitchen table, staring at the cold tea in front of me. I hadn't slept. I couldn't eat. I couldn't even think straight. When the door opened, I froze. Ava walked in like everything was normal. Morning, she said casually, dropping her bag on the counter. My throat tightened. Morning, I whispered. She looked at me for a second. You look tired. Didn't sleep? No, I muttered. Not really. Work stress again? She asked, opening the fridge. Hearing her voice hurt more than any truth could. Yeah, something like that. She didn't press further. She didn't ask what was wrong. She didn't ask why my eyes were red. Instead, she hummed softly as if last night never existed. As if she hadn't spent the night with Ryan. I tried to swallow, but it felt like glass. Ava, did you sleep well? I asked suddenly. She froze for half a second. Yeah. Long flight. I'm exhausted. Her lie cut so sharply that I almost laughed. Right. The flight. She turned to look at me, her expression tightening. Why do you sound like that? Like what? Like you're accusing me. I'm not, I whispered even though I wanted to scream. I'm just tired. She didn't respond. She walked past me toward the bedroom, leaving a trail of stale perfume that didn't belong to me. My chest caved in. I grabbed my phone with shaking hands and typed out a message to Daniel. Are you at work early? Need to talk. He replied almost instantly, come by. You sound bad. I forced myself to stand, grabbed my keys, and walked out before Ava returned from the room. At the office, Daniel's eyes widened when he saw me. What happened to you? He asked immediately. I looked down. Nothing. Don't lie. You look like you haven't slept in a week. My voice cracked. I can't. He closed his office door. Sit. Tell me. I rubbed my face. I saw something last night. What did you see? My wife, I whispered. With someone. Daniel blinked slowly. Which someone? I hesitated, then whispered, Ryan? He leaned forward so quickly his chair creaked. Your best friend Ryan? I nodded, my hands shaking so badly I had to hide them under the table. I saw them. Together. At a hotel. Did you confront them? No, I said. I couldn't. I left. I drove home and sat in the dark until morning. Daniel exhaled deeply. Man, I'm so sorry. I can't sleep. I can't eat. I feel like I'm disappearing. Listen, Daniel said firmly. You can't lose yourself over this. You hear me? You can't. I don't know who I am without her, I whispered. Or without him. He shook his head. They betrayed you. That's on them. Not you. I clenched my jaw. She came home this morning pretending nothing happened. What did you say? Nothing. I couldn't. Daniel sighed. You need proof. You need clarity. You need to protect yourself. A vibration buzzed in my pocket. I pulled out my phone. Mia, hey. I'm sorry for calling last night. I didn't mean to cause trouble. But I think Ava is hiding more than just late flights. My stomach twisted. I typed, you think she's cheating? Her reply came fast. I've suspected it for months. I didn't know how to tell you. My breath caught. Daniel noticed. Who is it? Mia, I said. She knows something. Then start collecting proof, Daniel said quietly. Don't confront them empty-handed. I swallowed hard. I guess I have to. He put a hand on my shoulder. You're stronger than you think. I didn't feel strong. But when I opened my phone gallery and created a new folder titled Proof, something inside me shifted. I wasn't healed, but I wasn't helpless anymore. I woke up the next morning with a strange sense of calm. Not peace, just calm. A quiet storm inside me. I walked into the kitchen and found Ava humming while making coffee, like she always did before all of this. Morning, she said softly. Morning, I replied, keeping my voice steady. She glanced at me. You seem better today. Yeah, I said, forcing a small smile. Just needed rest. Her shoulders loosened and she handed me a mug. Good. I was worried you were stressed. I'm fine, I lied, taking the cup. She believed me. I watched her relax completely, and for the first time, I realized she thought I was still blind. Still clueless. Still the same man who trusted her with my entire heart. Inside, I whispered to myself, not anymore. Later that afternoon, I checked my phone and opened the proof folder. Empty, but not for long. I walked into the bedroom and opened the drawer where Ava kept her old receipts. Buried under makeup kits and hair ties, I found a hotel bill dated 2 nights ago. My stomach tightened. When she walked in suddenly, she asked, "What are you looking for?" I didn't flinch. Just trying to find my old watch. "Oh," she said, smiling faintly. "Let me know if you need help." Sure. I slipped the bill into my pocket. An hour later, I texted Claire, Ryan's sister. "Can we meet? I need to ask you something important." Her reply came quickly, "Please? I've been wanting to talk to you." We met at a quiet cafe. When she saw me, her face fell. "You look broken," she whispered. "I feel broken," I admitted. She hesitated before speaking. "I need to tell you something about Ryan." My chest tightened. "He's cheating on someone." "I know." Tears filled her eyes. "I suspected it for months. I didn't know how to tell you. Every time I tried, I froze." "Why?" "Because you trusted him so much," she said, wiping her cheek. "I didn't want to be the one who shattered that trust." "It wasn't you," I said quietly. "He did that." She looked down. "I'm so sorry." "Claire," I asked, "do you know who the woman is?" She nodded slowly. "Yes, I do." I inhaled sharply. "Who?" She whispered, "Ava." Hearing it from her felt like a knife entering all over again. I swallowed hard. "Thank you for telling me. I needed to hear it." "You deserve the truth," she said, "even if it hurts." After leaving the cafe, I went straight to the airport. Captain Harris was in the staff lounge drinking coffee. "Sir," I said quietly, "can I ask you something?" He looked up. "Everything okay?" "I just need to know, did Ava check in for her shift 2 nights ago?" He shook his head. "No. She called in sick last minute." "Sick?" I repeated. "Yes. She said she had a fever. Didn't sound sick though." My pulse sharpened. "Did she skip any other shifts recently?" "2 actually," he said. "Is everything all right at home?" "I don't know," I whispered. "But I'm trying to find out." He put a hand on my shoulder. "Whatever you're looking for, I hope you find the truth." I nodded and walked out, feeling heavier than before. When I reached home, I found a message from Mia. "I'm sending you something. You need to see this." A few seconds later, screenshots flooded my phone. Ava telling her she was on flights she never boarded, Ava deleting chat history, Ava saying she had crew dinners on days she was with someone else. My hand shook as I scrolled. I whispered, "Thank you, Mia." "I'm sorry," she replied. "You don't deserve this." "No," I typed. "I don't." I added every screenshot to the proof folder. Then I grabbed my laptop, opened our shared mobile bill, and saw late-night calls to a number I knew by heart, Ryan's. I saved those too. Piece by piece, the truth formed a picture I couldn't unsee. By evening, my folder was full. Photos, messages, bills, call logs, witness statements. My hands were steady now. My breathing even. Ava walked in, smiling softly. "You okay?" I looked at her and answered with a calm I didn't feel. "Yeah, I'm fine." Because I knew what I would do next. In that moment, I decided, I will expose them. Publicly. I sat outside Olivia Reed's office, rehearsing what I would say. My hands wouldn't stop shaking. When her assistant finally called me in, I took a deep breath and stepped inside. Olivia looked up from her desk. "You must be Ethan," she said gently. "Sit. Tell me everything." I sat down and whispered, "I don't even know where to start." "Start with the truth," she replied. So I told her. Every detail. Every lie. Every moment that broke me. She listened without interrupting, without judging, without giving me pity. When I finished, she folded her hands. "Ethan," she said calmly, "you want justice. Not chaos." "I don't want revenge," I said. "I just want them to face what they did." "And they will," she said. "But you need to do it smartly." "How?" I asked. She leaned forward. "The airline's annual event is tomorrow. Big attendance. Executives. Staff. Media coverage. Perfect place for a controlled exposure." My heart pounded. "You're saying I should confront them there?" "No," she said. "You should present the truth. That's different. You won't scream. You won't fight. You will reveal your evidence calmly and let them fall apart on their own." I swallowed. "At the event?" "At the hotel my husband owns," she reminded me. "Security will be on your side. Legally, ethically, everything will be in your favor." I exhaled slowly. "I don't know if I'm strong enough." "You are," she said. "Or you wouldn't be here." Later that evening, I sat in my car outside Claire's place. When she opened the door, she hugged me immediately. "What did the lawyer say?" she asked. "That tomorrow, everything comes out," I said. She stepped back, eyes widening. "Are you ready for that?" "No," I admitted. "But I'm doing it anyway." "You deserve better than all this pain," she said. "Ryan doesn't get to walk away clean." "I'm scared," I whispered. "Terrified." "That fear means you still care," she said. "But caring doesn't mean staying silent." I nodded. "I've gathered everything. Messages, calls, screenshots, hotel bills." She sighed. "Then use them. And this." When I reached home, I found my mother sitting on the couch. She looked at me with soft eyes. "Ethan," she said, "come here." I sat beside her and she pulled me into a hug. "You don't have to explain," she whispered. "But I know something is breaking you." My throat tightened. "Mom?" "You're my son," she said. "I see your pain even when you hide it." I closed my eyes. "I'm trying to fix my life." "You will," she said. "Just don't lose yourself while doing it." Her words stayed with me long after I left the room. At midnight, I sat alone at my desk. The folder labeled Truth was open on my laptop. I clicked through each file, every message, every picture, every call log. Proof of the two people who tore me apart. I whispered, "This ends tomorrow." I opened a new presentation slide and added the first screenshot. Then another. And another. I practiced what I would say. "Good evening. I'm here to share the truth." "No," I corrected myself. Too calm. I tried again. "I trusted two people more than anyone, and they broke me." Still not right. I looked at the screen and whispered, "Just speak from your pain. That's enough." I rehearsed for hours, pacing the floor, imagining their faces when the truth came out. I imagined Ava's shock, Ryan's guilt, the silence of the room, and I imagined myself, finally free. When I finally lay down, the world felt quiet, heavy. But for the first time, I felt something close to strength. I stared at the ceiling and whispered, "Tomorrow everything ends." When I walked into the hotel ballroom, the lights were bright, the music soft, and the room full of people who believed Ava was perfect. I clutched my laptop so tightly my fingers went numb. My heartbeat thudded like it wanted to escape my chest. Mia spotted me first. She whispered, "Ethan, you actually came." "Yeah," I said quietly. "Tonight's the night." She nodded but didn't say more. On the stage, Ava stood smiling proudly as her supervisor announced her award. She looked beautiful, confident, untouched by guilt. Ryan stood near the front, clapping louder than anyone. My stomach twisted. The applause faded. The supervisor said, "Now, before dinner, we'll open the floor for family appreciations. Anyone who wants to say a few words is welcome." I stepped forward. A few heads turned. Ava's smile softened into confusion. Ryan shifted uncomfortably. I raised my hand. "I'd like to speak." The supervisor smiled. "Of course, Ethan. Come up." I walked onto the stage. My legs felt heavy but my resolve didn't. Ava whispered, "What are you doing here?" through clenched teeth. "You'll see," I said. I faced the crowd, exhaled, and held the microphone. "Good evening. My name is Ethan. Ava's husband." People clapped politely. Ava forced a smile. "My voice might shake," I continued, "but what I'm about to say is the truth." A soft murmur spread through the hall. I placed my laptop on the podium and connected it to the projector. Ava's eyes widened. Ethan, stop. What are you doing? Ryan stepped forward. Man, maybe this isn't the place. It's exactly the place, I said. The first slide appeared behind me, Ava's text messages to Ryan. Gasps filled the hall instantly. Ava's face drained of color. Ethan, don't do this. I ignored her. For months I thought I was losing my mind. I thought I was overthinking. I thought my wife was just tired from flights. I thought my best friend was busy with work. I clicked to the next slide, screenshots of their late night calls. The crowd went silent. But I wasn't imagining it, I said. They were imagining I would never find out. Ethan, please, Ava whispered, stepping closer. I stepped back. The next image flashed, hotel receipts, parking logs, locations. Ryan muttered, dude, this is taken out of context. Context, I said sharply. Then let's show more. A short video clip played, Ava and Ryan entering the hotel lobby together. Someone in the crowd said loudly, oh my God. Ava covered her mouth. Tears filled her eyes. Ethan, please stop. Can we talk outside? Please, I'm begging. I turned to her. You begged for honesty when you were lying every night. She shook her head, crying harder. I'm sorry. I made a mistake. It didn't mean anything. Ryan interrupted. Ava, stop crying like he's some victim. You brought me into this. Ava spun toward him. You said you loved me. You said you'd leave him out of it. Oh, now you're blaming me? He snapped. People whispered. Some recorded. Some shook their heads. I continued, I trusted you both with my life, my happiness, my heart. Ava grabbed my arm desperately. Ethan, please don't leave me. I swear I'll fix everything. Ryan held his hands up. Look, we panicked, okay? We were confused. It wasn't supposed to go this far. I stared at him. You were my brother. He looked away. I clicked to the final slide, a single sentence. I deserved the truth. The room stayed silent for several long seconds. Ava dropped to her knees. Please, Ethan. I love you. Don't walk away. Don't do this to me. Ryan muttered, this is insane. You're overreacting. I closed my laptop calmly. I'm not staying in a marriage built on lies, I said. And I'm done holding the pain alone. Ava sobbed, reaching for me. Please, don't leave. I stepped back. Ryan grabbed her arm. Get up, Ava. This is embarrassing. No, she cried. This is my husband. I turned away. Every step felt heavy, but each one also felt like freedom. As I reached the exit, the entire hall watched silently. Their downfall unfolded behind me, but I didn't look back. Not even once. The morning after the event, my phone wouldn't stop ringing. Ava called again and again. I stared at the screen each time until it stopped. When she called the 8th time, Daniel looked at me and said, Are you going to pick up? No, I whispered. I don't have anything left to say. A notification pinged. Then another. Then 10 more. Voicemails. Long ones. I didn't listen. Ryan tried calling too. His number flashed only once before I blocked it. Daniel sighed. You okay? No, I said. But I'm breathing. That's enough. He nodded. Let's get you out of the house. Coffee? There. Something. I'm not ready yet. A few hours later, Claire knocked on my door. When I opened it, her eyes were already red. Ethan, she whispered, stepping inside. I'm so sorry. I should have told you earlier. You didn't owe me anything, I said. Ryan owed me. Ava owed me. She shook her head. No, I was a coward. I saw hints. I saw messages. I didn't want to believe my own brother could do that to you. I didn't want to believe my wife could, I replied. Claire sat on the couch. He lost his job today. The HR manager called me. They said his behavior violated company ethics. I exhaled. Good. And Ava, she hesitated. She's suspended. Mia told me. They're investigating her skipped flights. Good, I repeated, though my voice was tired, not triumphant. Claire looked at me gently. How are you feeling? Empty, I said. Like someone took a vacuum to my chest. She placed her hand on mine. If you need company, I'm here. Not because I pity you. Because you matter. I nodded, unable to speak. Her kindness felt like sunlight after months of darkness. Later that evening, Daniel forced me out of the house. Come on. Just a walk. As we walked down the street, he asked, Do you regret exposing them publicly? No, I said. I needed truth more than anything else. And they needed consequences. He nodded. You didn't do it to humiliate them. You did it to free yourself. We walked in silence for a while before he added, I'm proud of you, man. Thanks, I murmured. When I returned home, my mother was waiting at the door. Her face was pale, her eyes glossy. Ethan, why didn't you tell me? I didn't want to make you worry. She cupped my face gently. You're my son. Worrying is my job. I swallowed hard. Mom, it hurts. She pulled me into her arms. I know, baby. I know. I broke down for the first time since everything exploded. Tears slipped out before I could stop them. She held me tighter. You didn't deserve this, she whispered. You gave everything. You loved so honestly. I trusted them, I said, my voice shaking. I trusted both of them. She kissed my forehead. And that's not a weakness. That's your strength. When she finally sat me down, she asked, what will you do now? I don't know, I said. But I'm not running after her. Not anymore. My phone buzzed again. A text from Ava. Please talk to me. I'm losing my mind. I turned the screen face down. Mom watched me. You're choosing yourself. That's good. Claire texted next. Checking on you. I made soup. Want me to drop some off? Daniel texted after that. Let's hit the gym tomorrow. You need the release. For the first time in months, I didn't feel alone. That night, lying in bed, I stared at the ceiling and whispered to myself, I didn't want revenge. I just wanted truth. And somehow, saying it out loud made the weight finally start to lift. I filed the papers today, I whispered to myself as I sat in the lawyer's office. My hands were steady for the first time in weeks. Olivia looked at me and asked softly, Are you sure this is what you want, Michael? Yes, I said. I'm done breaking myself to keep something broken together. When I stepped outside, my phone rang again. Ava? I let it ring, but it didn't stop, so I finally picked up. Her voice cracked immediately. Michael, please, just talk to me. There's nothing left to talk about, I said quietly. Don't do this, she cried. I was stressed, lonely, confused. I made a mistake. A mistake. I repeated. A months-long affair with my best friend? She sobbed. I swear it didn't mean anything. It meant enough to destroy us, I replied. I'm choosing myself this time. Michael, please. I'll change everything. I'll quit flying. I'll go to counseling. I'll do anything. I already went to counseling, I said. Alone. There was silence. A heavy one. Then she whispered, I love you. I closed my eyes. You love the idea of me. Not me. I hung up. When I reached home, Claire was waiting outside with 2 coffees. Rough day? She asked gently. You have no idea. She handed me the cup. You don't have to explain. Just breathe. I sat beside her on the porch. I filed for divorce. She nodded slowly. I'm proud of you. You're proud of me for ending a marriage? I asked. I'm proud of you for saving yourself, she said. You deserved someone who chose you every day. I swallowed hard. It still hurts. Hurt doesn't mean you're wrong, she whispered. Hurt means you tried. We stayed quiet for a moment. Then she stood. Come on. Daniel's dragging you to the gym tonight. I groaned. Why? Because he says you can't heal on an empty stomach and a weak back. I laughed for the first time that day. That sounds like him. At the gym, Daniel threw a towel at me. You look like a ghost learning taxes. Thanks, I muttered. Good, he said. Now lift something before I start crying. I lifted. I sweated. I breathed. It felt strange, good, like pieces of me were returning. Afterward, when we sat in the parking lot, he asked, You okay? I think I will be, I said. Eventually. You will be sooner than you think, he replied. You're tougher than you act. When I returned home, Mom was waiting on the couch. Her eyes were red. Claire told me, she said. I sat beside her and she touched my face. Why didn't you tell me earlier? I didn't want to hurt you. She pulled me into her arms. You're my son. Your pain is never a burden to me. I finally broke, not the way I broke with Ava. This time it was a release. Mom whispered, You did the right thing. I hope so, I said. You did, she repeated. Later, when I was alone in my room, I looked at myself in the mirror. I wasn't the man who begged, who cried, who questioned his worth. I wasn't the man who stayed in a marriage that no longer saw him. I choose me, I whispered. It wasn't revenge. It wasn't running. It was reclaiming myself. I opened the window, feeling the cold evening air. For the first time in months, I felt light, like I could breathe without force. Betrayal didn't destroy me. It pushed me back to myself. And that was the beginning of everything I thought I had lost. The judge's voice felt distant as he said, "The divorce is finalized." I nodded once. No shaking hands. No tight chest. Just quiet. When I stepped into the hallway, Ava was waiting against the wall, eyes swollen. She pushed herself up when she saw me. "Michael, please. Just a minute." I stopped but stayed a few steps back. "Go ahead." She wiped her face. "I ruined everything. I know that. I keep replaying it, wishing I could undo it all." Her voice cracked but mine didn't. "Ava, we're past that. I wasn't thinking straight," she sobbed. "I thought you'd never leave. I thought you'd always forgive me." "That was the problem," I said calmly. "You counted on my love to hold everything together, even when you broke it." She covered her mouth. "I didn't realize what you meant to me until I lost you." "You realized too late," I replied. "And that's okay. Some lessons come that way." She took a shaky breath. "Do you hate me?" "No," I said softly. "I don't." Her eyes widened a little. Then why can't we try again?" "Because forgiveness isn't the same as returning to someone," I said. "I forgive you so I can move forward, not so we can rebuild something that hurt us both." Ava collapsed into quiet tears. "I wish I had been better for you. I hope you're better for yourself," I said. "That's all that matters now." My phone buzzed. A message from Ryan. "Man, I'm sorry. I don't expect forgiveness. I just needed to say it." I looked at the screen for 1 second and deleted it. Ava saw me do it and whispered, "He doesn't deserve a response." "Neither do the mistakes we made," I said. "They don't deserve a home in my head anymore." She nodded slowly, defeated. "Goodbye, Michael." "Goodbye, Ava." I walked away without looking back. Not out of pride, out of peace. When I pushed open the courthouse doors, sunlight hit my face. Warm, clear, real. I closed my eyes and breathed in, feeling something shift inside me, like a final lock opening. "Hey," a familiar voice called. I opened my eyes to see Claire standing by the steps, holding 2 cups of coffee. "Thought you might need this." I exhaled a small laugh. "How did you know?" "Daniel said you'd forget to drink water and probably pass out." She shrugged. I agreed. I took the cup from her. "Thanks." "Really?" She studied my face. "So, how do you feel?" I thought for a moment. "Free," I said. "Really free." She smiled softly. "Good. You deserve that." We walked down the steps together. My steps felt lighter, like I had been carrying years of weight and finally set it down. "Are you okay with me being here?" she asked gently. "I'm more than okay," I said. "I'm grateful." She looked ahead. "You don't have to rush anything. You can just breathe." "I know," I said. "One step at a time." We reached the sidewalk and I stopped to take in the world around me, the cars, the sky, the chatter from a nearby cafe. Everything looked brighter. "Can I say one thing?" Claire asked. "Sure." "I'm proud of you," she said softly. I met her eyes. "I'm proud of me too," she grinned. "Then today's a good day." It was. Not because I walked away from a marriage, but because I walked toward myself. "I didn't win by hurting them," I said almost to myself. "I won by choosing myself." Claire nudged my shoulder. "Then let's go celebrate choosing you." For the first time in a long time, I smiled without a shadow behind it, and I walked forward, finally free.